Hey everybody, welcome to Captain of Industry. My name is Charlie, and this is going to be my first playthrough in a game that, to be honest, it's a little intimidating. It's given me a very workers and resources vibe, but it's very different in how it goes and approaches that, and I think you'll see that in a bit. I played around with it for a couple of tries and failed a couple of times here, maybe about 3 hours or so, I'm going in mostly blind with you guys, at least for middle and late game, and I think this is going to be a cool adventure. Special thank you to Caitlin for I guess bringing this game to my attention, and also for the developers of the game for sending me out a copy for the beta so I can try this out for you guys. So let's hit new game. I've been dinking around with New Haven, and you know, like, that's cool. You know, I just want to learn the ropes and stuff, but I think just to spice it up and just to make it a little different, I'm gonna start with the beach for the video series. It's twice as big, so it's got a little bit more maybe potential. I don't know how long the game really is, but it's got some potential, more space to work with, and potentially more resources as well because of that space. Now, having more resources available doesn't make it easier. In fact, the beach is considered harder than New Haven, so we'll see what it's going. As this is my first playthrough, I'm not going to be going like super difficult or anything. However, I think the natural difficulty curve of the game is pretty high, and I've been dinking around with certain things and everything as well. I'm gonna leave it as captain, even though I'm not you know, very experienced or anything, but it says that we will come out of the storm. We just won't be the same person as who sailed in. So I'll leave everything exactly the way it is, and we're gonna start on the beach. So this game, if I understand it correctly, and if I don't, it's not that big of a deal because it's not that important, but we apparently are shipwrecked, and we're coming in on the island here. We need to repair our ship as well as the dock that we are next to, and we're essentially just building a civilization of refugees that are self-sufficient and can survive on their own, right? So welcome, Captain. Well, we'll have some tutorial messages and stuff that'll probably pop up. I might take a look at them offline, but most of them, at least for this video, I've already seen and I've had a little bit of experience with. So what I don't have experience with is this map. So let's take a look really quick. We've got a lot of land, and if we want to know where the resources are, we can just click this layers button, and a whole bunch of colors and stuff will pop up. We can see all the different resources, including groundwater, copper over here. There's some coal right over here. They kind of go along with this legend here. So some iron way in the back over here. You're also going to notice that on these, you know, these little towers here, it kind of gives us an idea of how much of each resource there is in that spot. There's also these other little areas where it's a different color, and this is just basically rock, you know, gravel, rock, slag, whatever you want to call it, that's on top that needs to be cleared before you can access it. So you can't just get in there and get it. And so some of these locations, like for example this, it's there, but it's deep down, right? So you're gonna have to get through a whole bunch of stuff before you can get there, right? What I'm looking for here while I'm talking is oil, and I don't see it, so I'm a little bit kind of, you know, what are we gonna do for fuel? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's right on the beach, really close to our settlement. That's where the oil is. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I knew where the fuel is going to be, because fuel is going to be very important as we go. On the top left, you're going to see that we have 90 population, and currently we can survive 37 months on our food supply. We're going to want to change that and address that as priority number 1 immediately, because food takes a while to get. It's kind of weather dependent on your ability to get it, at least in the early on it is. And well, if you run out, everyone dies. So that kind of takes care of all the production, right? We also have people living right here. This is our settlements. They also have a food market and stuff that will provide them with food. Of course, we have to have food in order to provide it for them. So let's see. These are probably some close trees. So I'll just go ahead and have them. Maybe I'll just clear these out for now. It doesn't really, I don't know. We'll just have them clear these trees for now, I guess. And I'm gonna go ahead and start the map here real quick though. I'm gonna have this truck. We start out with 7 trucks, and I'm gonna have, I think, 3 of them assigned to trees to start out, which means 4 of you are here to do other things. We can start by having this recycled, but they're only going to do it if there's some place for that stuff to go. Every resource in the game, it needs a place to go. You can't just, yeah, we're cutting it down. Like the trucks, for example, will stop cutting if they have nowhere to put the wood, right? So we need to kind of have some things in place. And for that reason, I'm going to take a look really quick. I'm noticing this place of iron here, and it's, I think this is iron, right? It looks like it. Yeah, it's iron. So this kind of is an interesting location for me to maybe set up some of my the initial iron production, because it's really close to the mine. That might be kind of cool. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go to metallurgy, I can speak, and smelting. We have 3 different structures here. They each have formulas into what their inputs and outputs are, and their quantities and timings. So everything here is sort of like, if you're one of those min-maxers, well, you are both going to love this game, but you're probably going to hate this series. Because I am not a min-maxer. I just like to play the game. I will try to be optimal and efficient to the extent that I'm interested in being optimal and efficient, but there's going to be certain things where I just don't care. And it's going to happen every single series. We're going to have people who will come into the comments and tell me all the things I could have done more efficiently. That's cool, bro. You take care of that. You play the game yourself and take care of that. It's fine. If I can do something better, though, I'm open to tips. I am open to like small things. Please don't write me books, but if I'm, there's little tiny things that I maybe could be cool, you feel free to leave them. That's fine. So for this, I'm going to work backwards. So the metal caster needs molten iron, needs 8, and it's going to create 8 iron. It takes 40 seconds to do that. And this is going to cost us 30 construction parts. We currently have 360 of those construction parts, as well as all these other resources over here on the right. So I'm going to say we maybe put this like here. It's kind of random in placement, but not really. Like, I want it close enough to where it's going to be near other things, so the trucks don't have to go as far. But at the same time, I want it close enough to the iron so where we can, use it and go back and forth pretty quickly. So I think this is a good happy medium, if you will. Plus, we're going to be expanding this way as we build, so it's going to be probably closer to the mine than I originally thought. Okay, we're going to have 2 of these, and the reason why we're having 2 of them is because this is going to produce iron every 40 seconds, and so 2 of them gives me an iron every 20 seconds, which just happens to be what the blast furnace is going to do. It's going to produce the molten iron every 20 seconds, so we need 2 of these for every 1 of these. And I'm going to just kind of come over and maybe go about like this close. I think should be okay. We need to provide enough room for the trucks to get to the door, so I'm going to go maybe 1 step back. I don't know if that's necessary. Let's go here. So yeah, right here. We want to provide enough room so the trucks can get to this door. We have outputs on this side, inputs on the green side, basically, and they're not all the same. So these are 2 molten iron outputs and also steam. We're gonna have to look at that and try to manage that too. So first to start here, we've got this molten, this blast furnace. It needs to go into the metal caster. So we're gonna go to the transports tab, and there's 2 different types of transports to start. Molten channels for the hot iron, and also the pipes, which kind of take and transport, I wanna say water, and basically liquids and gases. So we're gonna take the molten channel, and I'm just gonna go up like this and over like this. Now, you can merge these things and get splitters and merger points automatically. You don't have to research anything to do that. But for the sake of it looking cool, I'm not going to do that with these, just because I think the whole idea of them outputting and having them all go in unison outwards and then sprint their other way, I think it'll look cool. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to do this and be like, there's times where I know you could merge certain things, but I may choose not to just for its aesthetic. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Now, for the steam, this steam is kind of interesting to me, and I haven't really been able to figure out how to most optimally do it yet, but this thing accepts 200 every 20 seconds, okay? So it can actually handle quite a lot, because this thing here is only going to put out 4 every 20 seconds. So you see, we can combine a lot of different machines into the steam pipes for this. So what I'm thinking of doing here is kind of doing something like... you know what? Let's plan for the future really quick. Let's go metal caster. We're going to do a couple of different metal casters, I think. We're going to go here and flip it over, and we're going to go at least 4 of these initially in our little starting template. And I'll move this over to be like this. Now, what I think is going to be interesting, we're going to pause this really quick so that they don't build these, because I don't want them to build them. We don't have the resources to do this all at the same time, but you can lay them in and plan them for the future, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. So what I think I'm going to do for the steam is I'm going to place the steam kind of like maybe in the center here almost. I'm thinking like that could be cool. And if we maybe do it about like, I'm thinking maybe like here. something like that. Then what we end up with is the ability to take our pipe, and we can come from here. We can go up. I thought I could go up. There it goes. We can go up. And I think we'll start it like maybe right here is fine. And if, yeah, actually, I think I want to go out one more. Yeah. So if we go like this, okay. And we have this big pipe that sort of just, I don't know, extends out this way, right? Which is kind of interesting. We could just maybe make it like that, you know? Then what we could end up having, I was hoping it would just let me build it. There it goes. So we have this big tall pipe that's going to go across this area. And then what we could do is we can have this pipe split here and go into this input, which I'm hoping it would do this. Oh, it's going to have to be a little bit further away, it looks like, which is fine. We'll just take this, cancel it. We'll take it from, let's say, this middle point, and we'll bring it right down to the ground. Well, I was hoping it would go straight, but it doesn't appear to want to. This is probably acceptable. Okay, so we could try it like this then. We'll take the smokestack and go sideways, maybe like right here. That's probably okay anyway. And then we'll take this pipe and bring it down like this. All right, good. And so this ends up being able to have all the steam put into this pipe, and then it comes into the smokestack here, right? And so now I can take it from here and just come up like so, right? And this goes up. So now both of these are rigged up to the smokestack, but I can also rig up other things to the smokestack too, like for example, coal makers, because this also is going to generate some steam. So for the coal maker, I'm thinking I don't really want to put it really close to this. I kind of want it to be away from it a little bit. But I was thinking if we put it like about here, and then maybe two of them even, because we'll probably need two of them. This is going to be closer to the trees, but it's also it's close enough to where everything can be connected with the pipes. So I can bring this pipe up, and I know we're kind of building a lot in advance, but I can bring this pipe up to, like, say here. Yeah, like this, and then straight across and hook it up here. Incompatible end. Oh, really? Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, I see what's happening here. So I need to delete this. Yep, there we go. I think that's acceptable. And then if I was to bring this, let me try this again. Bring this up and then over. Oh, does it have to be? Oh, no, I think it can go in and out. Yeah, it can totally do both. Okay. I just have to pick a side when I build it. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then and you can come up like this. Now, I'm lifting this up 2 levels so that trucks can get underneath it, because if you don't lift it up enough, the trucks can't pass. So by having this up top high like this, the trucks can get in there. And now everything can be hooked up to the same smokestack, which is, I think, pretty nifty. To be able to do. Now, I think this right here is probably unnecessary, to be honest. We could probably get away with just doing one of these. It might be cheaper. I don't even know. May not look as cool, but I think I can probably get away with doing it like this instead, because it's going to the same place. There's no reason to have it all in the same area there. So perhaps this junction isn't even necessary. Yeah, I think it's probably not. So why don't we remove this? And it doesn't look like I can... I haven't built it yet, so I guess it doesn't matter, right? So we'll just do that, and then we'll stick this pipe all the way from here, all the way over, and hook it up to this part right here. There. Okay, so nice, clean, steam is all hooked up, ready to rock. And then we'll have all this stuff being built. So, like, I guess a lot of this obviously doesn't need built yet. I think we're going to let this pipe be constructed. It takes 12 construction parts to do this. We're going to allow that to be built all the way out. And then, of course, this. But I'm not going to have these things built yet. Okay, good. So they have things to do. I'm going to let them do it. So the 3 trucks are going to go over and get wood, and then these guys are going to give them something to use the wood for. And I think we're going to have this one coal at least prioritized so that they will start doing that. And then we'll have the rest of it built organically, however the game decides is prioritized. Now, the one thing I do need to prioritize over that, though, is research. And so we're going to also build a research lab, which is right here. And this is going to consume a resource called Unity. Unity is a little bit, I don't want to say it's complicated because it's actually probably pretty easy. But basically, as I understand it and my limited knowledge of it, is essentially it's the content level or the contentness of your colony will dictate how much Unity you get. So as long as people are happy, you're going to gain Unity. If people aren't that happy, you're going to lose it. And how you can tell is by various different resources. So for example, having more water is going to help your Unity. Having more food is going to help your Unity. Working on resources or working on research and putting personnel towards that, it's going to consume Unity. I'm probably really wrong in terms of like exactly what's like spawning Unity, but that's how I understand it for now. There's various resources that when you get them, you gain Unity for it, but then there's also certain actions and resources that will consume it. Things like maintenance, for example, when we get to maintenance facilities and we have to build maintenance buildings and stuff, those guys consume Unity to do the maintenance. So it's stuff like that I'm thinking of. All right, so we really need this coal maker to be built because these guys are not going to be cutting down trees. So like I need them to start doing things. And like I said, every resource needs a place to go. And since there's nowhere to deliver the wood, they'll just sit here doing nothing. So having nothing to do is a bad thing. So they're going to now bring the wood over here. Fantastic. And we have the piping already done, at least for the most part, it seems. Most of the piping is done to get to the steam. So that's pretty nice. And then they'll start building this. Now, this thing is going to produce exhaust, but if it can't get there, which right now it can't, then it's not going to be able to continue producing. So we're going to end up getting to the point where we have exhaust, and it builds up a little bit. I don't know if that's actually a bad, like, it doesn't actually get here, so I'm concerned about that. Maybe I should have this pipe right here be a priority. I think so. Okay, so research lab is ready to go. And what we're going to do with the research lab is we're going to go into research here. And the first thing I want to grab is basic farming. It takes a while to get food, so we need it as fast as we can. Researching will consume Unity. I'm also going to go ahead and grab construction because this assembly building is what I need in order to produce construction parts. And every single bit of construction I do in this game requires construction parts and other resources, sometimes even more advanced ones. So it's something that we really have to get on. All right, that pipe is built now, so I shouldn't have to deal with any exhaust buildup. We can see it all getting out of here. That's great. And then all of these facilities will be able to do it too. So as we produce coal, the trucks will go over and get that coal, and it'll bring it over here to the blast furnace, which is then provided with the scrap metal and the coal to generate molten iron. And again, it does so every 20 seconds. You see how cool that looks to have both of the red lines just coming out at the same time? Just, I just think that looks cool. Very Tron-esque. And I also think this looks cool too. I slowed down time because I like the slow pour. Molten iron. Nice. So they will produce, of course, iron for us to use, which is very cool. So we'll eventually we'll expand this a little bit, but we don't need to worry about that yet. What we need to worry about now is food. And I need to look around the map, actually. Where do I want to put the farms? Farms is coming. There's a little bit left in research time. This is pretty open. This area here might be covered open too. I'd like it to be closer to the village. The problem, though, from what I'm seeing anyways, this is all cliffside. There doesn't seem to be any way to get up here. Like they can't just drive up this cliff. So it looks to me like we're kind of, I'm going to pause it really quick now that this is done. It looks to me like we're kind of restricted to this area. So I'm going to want you guys to like hustle on the wood because I need this now. So I'm going to add, I think, a whole bunch of trucks here to tree harvesting really quick so I can get even more trees taken out here because I need this done, and I need it done like right now. Most likely the farm is going to end up going right here because it looks like it's fairly open. The farm is actually quite large. I could put it here. Put it here too. It kind of blocks this natural like curve though, like vehicles being able to get over in this area. We also have coal here, I think is what I remember seeing. Yeah, coal right here. And I don't really want to block that too, because production with stuff that takes coal could go right here. So I don't want to block potential stuff there. So I'm thinking at the moment, farms could just go maybe over like this. We could put them next to each other like here. So maybe I start my first farm like right here. That way it could go next to it here. Yeah, that's probably an okay thing to do. The other alternative plan would be to start doing it like this and laying it in sideways here. The arrow of where stuff comes out is on this side pointing this way. So I think I'm going to have it facing the village. And we're going to put this maybe as close, well, maybe not as close to the village as possible, but yeah, probably about right here is fine. And we definitely want that to be a priority. Absolutely. We're going to want potatoes grown first, followed by grass just to help with fertility. And then I'm going to grow 2 more sets of potatoes. You know, actually, let's just alternate back and forth. So when you grow potatoes, it takes a little bit of the fertility of the soil away. So you want to rotate it like this and until we get extra stuff, which I'm not entirely sure what other crops are going to be available in the game, but until we get extra crops and other stuff available, that's how we're going to do it. I think it's more important actually to have everything delivered really quickly for this farm to get food going quicker. So I'm going to hit this purple button right there. It says quick deliver, and that is going to use Unity. Although he was already bringing stuff, wasn't he? So maybe that's not the best call, but well, maybe he's going to bring it back now. Yeah, he's got all the parts still on him. Cool. We didn't waste any resources then, because he's bringing 10 of them, and then he goes back with the stuff in. Okay, good. So the farm is built now. It's staffed with 10 people, and it's not going to grow anything. And the reason why it's not going to grow anything right now is because there's no water. Now, how do I get water? Well, that's the rub. Right now, we're going to have to wait. Yeah, I don't want them to sit around without any trees to do. Here you go. We're going to have to wait until it rains. And then the rain will fall and provide water to the crops. So the crop will harvest in 6 months. And thankfully, we got rain right now. That's perfect. That's really good timing. In fact, I'm thinking I want a second farm pretty close to like right now. And I could almost get this side by side. I should have moved this up a little bit. Yeah. Actually, what we could do is maybe give a little bit of space here, or even like this. I don't know exactly how the irrigation system works later because I haven't gotten that far yet. But I feel like this is a game where you kind of want to leave a little bit of room. You know, you have a lot of room, you have a lot of space, so you might as well, you know, take some space. So I think I'm actually going to pop a farm right here, and it might be worth it now because the rain is falling right now. I think it's probably worth it to spend this 1.4 Unity and to get this resource delivered immediately. So we generate Unity, right? And we also spend it. And so if I can get this stuff delivered right away and get everybody working here really quickly, this crop, this field, I mean, can build right now. And when it builds like this, we'll start having the field will get watered right away. Okay, good. So you'll see later when we don't have rain, this crop will be delayed, and it gets delayed several months sometimes because there's no water. So I think having 2 farms is a good idea, because again, if we run out of food, we just fail. So like that's a game over. So okay, so we're now creating iron, and we're creating we got wood coming in, we got food coming in. The next thing to look at, and we should have had research queued up already, so I'm going to queue up a bunch now. I think I'm going to get the trading dock started next. Not so much because I want the dock, but because I want the unit storage. So we'll have that start now. And then after that, I think we'll go for vehicles and mining, and then follow it up with power. And then finally concrete production, which is pretty, like, this is like the start of stuff that gets more complicated, I think. After that, probably going to need a beacon. This is how other refugees will find us and join us. And then after that, we can probably look at getting diesel and making fuel. So we'll have all that happening. And then I guess we'll go ahead and queue that up next. All right, so we got a lot of research that's sort of queued up now. So the next thing is just to really double check and make sure I've gotten everything I need. And the next thing that we need, I have 66 parts left, and that is it. And this is assembly. we need to have this building, and I'm actually going to have 2 of them. We need to have this building creating construction parts. So we're going to have this building. I'm going to spread it out actually a little bit because I feel like I'm going to want storages in between this. So I'm actually going to go maybe out here just a tad. It can be closer, it's no big deal. I'm going to face the inputs towards there, right? And then again, we're just kind of leaving us room. I don't know how much room we need, but I'm going to leave us a little bit of room here, and we'll go about like this. I want one of them to be prioritized right away. I might as well make this one, and then we'll have the other one built organically however it wants. But these are the buildings that are required to make the construction parts, and construction parts are required for literally everything. So we'll just need it. So let's let that build. Let all this other stuff happen. I overspent a little bit on the pipes, but as we expand and we get more stuff coming in, I can put more stuff and attach it to these pipes. So I'm not done hooking things up to the pipes. It's just there for expansions later, because I may want, for example, 2 more, boom, boom, right here next to this, have another one here, and then it just hooks up to the same pipe to feed the exact same smokestack. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Looks like it's, you can actually import it with a truck too, it seems. Maybe not this, but you can do a lot of things. So eventually we're going to get to the part where we have conveyor belts and stuff too. Oh, you need to do it. I don't need to tell you to do anything. Here, let's get some of these trucks that are doing harvesting for trees. Think like this one here. We'll pull this one and make it a construction truck again. We don't need that much wood. But now we're going to start using wood, right, to help with the construction parts. So I think we have a good balance here with trucks until we get the storages, of course, which I think I'm going to put right in the between this. And then also, which we just got finished. So let me go into storage really quick, unit storage. And I don't exactly know how much I need here. I can hook this up directly, which is a little bit interesting, but I think I'm going to leave some room. Again, I've seen like through my own playtesting with that couple of hours I spent, I've seen situations where I'm just like, man, if I only had a little bit more room, and I don't want to get caught off guard with like needing more room like that. So I'm going to put this, I think like right about here. And we'll put another one, maybe like this. I could put it right next to it, but I'm going to leave a little bit of space. And then I think one more would be a good idea here too. So we'll have 3. Yeah, you know, I don't think I need the extra space actually. We can jam these in really close together. Watch me. I'm totally gonna regret that. And I just got done saying I wish I had more space. I'm gonna regret this. You watch. But we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna have 3 storage units here, and I think I'm also gonna have another unit storage over here. Just for the sake of like storing extra wood. So I don't want them to stop bringing wood in. So I'm gonna go kind of like this. It's probably good. And then eventually we can have the wood delivered with the conveyor belts through here. So they should continuously bring the resources we need as we do. So I've got this one prioritized so that hopefully they push all the available construction parts into at least one of them. And it doesn't look like they did that unless it's already on its way. They did start building this one anyway. And that's not the way I wanted it, but it's okay. We are actively making more construction parts, so they can just keep delivering it as it goes. There we go. All right, so this one, we're gonna have you store iron. And we can tell it to keep full, but I'm just gonna provide a storage area for iron. And so that's what this is. These unit storages, they will only store one type of material. And I feel like we're probably gonna need 2 for iron because we're gonna be making a lot of it. So I might go with 2, but this requires some concrete slabs as well. So it might be a good idea to have concrete slabs. So I'm going to do concrete slab for this one. It looks like we might actually fill that up. And then this one here, we could put back on iron as well, just to see. Maybe I don't even need to build this one yet. I mean, generally you'd want wood here, right? Because then each one of these 3 could feed this. So I think generally that's a good idea. So because of that, let's take a clone tool really quick, and we're just going to go ahead and leave a space between these for trucks and stuff. So we can go about like, let's say this, and this. Okay. And we're going to pause this because I don't even have this stuff set up yet. We're gonna pause those 3, but like now we have that sort of like a little bit of space for travel and everything, and it's all sectioned off and ready to go. Okay, so that's sort of like the basics for now, right? We got the basics in. We got food hopefully being produced. See how it's been delayed by 5 months here, delayed by 5 months. 21 months of food, but we're gonna be harvesting it pretty quickly here. I think we'll be all right. Eventually, we'll be able to collect rainwater. Take a look at this. It's down the tech tree is actually pretty extensive, as you can see. There's a lot going on this. Like, it goes for a while. And this is beta, so they might add some stuff. I don't know. I know the alpha was less stuff, and they've added stuff since alpha, but this has been one of those games where I've been sort of keeping my eye on it, but I don't know if I can fit it in the schedule yet. But we're at a point in the channel right now where we don't really have an active project aside from the streams. So I feel like, okay, this is the time where I can like actually take a look at this game, put some time into it, give it a good amount of my time, right? And that's what we're doing now. So, but down here with concrete production, rainwater harvester is in this, which is interesting. And I think it's because the concrete mixer requires water, and there's no other way to get it unless you have a place to collect it that's not in the farms. So when they introduce concrete mixing, they introduce a way to collect rainwater. So there you go. All right, so I'm gonna just really quick here. They don't have a whole lot of trees they're cutting down. We're definitely gonna have some coal happening in this area, so I kind of wanted to get rid of these trees. They're gonna be in this area. Mass deforestation happening. And then there's this trading dock, which I unlocked, but there's really not much use of it yet. I don't know how much we'll use it, but for the time being, we don't need to build it, right? So vehicles and mining is done. That's a big upgrade. That's a really big milestone to hit research-wise. It's going to unlock a couple of things for us. The first is it's going to give us a vehicles depot. It's going to let us make vehicles, which is a very important thing to do. So I feel like I'm probably going to put this right over here by the research center. I may want more than one research center later, to be honest. Maybe I should put this over here instead. It's also like right next to the fuel and stuff, so maybe that's okay. I don't know. Symbolically. We'll put the vehicles here. Of course, we're going to need to create construction parts in order to build this because we don't have enough. So we need 40 for that. So we'll let the game run a little bit to get that. But the second thing it's unlocked for us is it's going to unlock a couple of other types of designations. So instead of just cutting down trees, we now have the ability to mark mining designations and dumping designations. So we're going to be able to mark this rock for mining, and you can get kind of creative with how you work. For example, there's a ramp, so I can have it ramp down. So this is actually marking down into the ground. Or I can have it mark up, I think, if I flip it over. And now I'm ramping up and marking up on top of the mountain. Alternatively, I can just go flat and say, hey, just dig in there and get it. So we can play around with that too. And it kind of depends on where the resources are. This is a really nice area for iron, especially right here, because I don't really need to dig down much to get it. So I kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take mining designation. And I think just to start things off, I'm going to have them sort of mark this area. It's going to hopefully come down. Yeah, like this. I'm going to have them mark this area. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. And we're just going to have them kind of do this for now to try to get the iron. So like this can just be what we have to start. And I really don't know if they're going to go up the hill to get it or not. I guess we'll see. But in order to actually work this, we need a mining tower. And the mining tower can kind of be anywhere. So I'm just going to place it like right here for now. And this has a zone or a, what do you call it? An area, I guess, that it's paying attention to. So I'm going to have this pay attention to like this area right here. Okay. And this mining tower, we need to assign trucks to it as well as excavators once we start making excavators. We can start making excavators as soon as this building is done. So we're going to want to create an excavator, and we're also going to want to create a truck to be assigned to it. So at least one of this. And I'm actually going to have a couple of trucks made because I feel like I'm going to need more trucks. Making this stuff requires diesel, requires fuel. And right now we can't make our own. So I'm at a limited amount here. but they're going to start delivering the resources. That includes copper and iron, as well as diesel, to this vehicles depot so that we can start making our own vehicles. Now, one thing I don't know of is copper. Where can we get that? It looks like it's over here. So we're going to have to start working copper over on this side once we run out. You might be wondering where the resources is coming from right now. And we do start with our shipyard, which is damaged and we need to fix it. But we do start with some basic resources already. That's where the diesel's coming from. Rubber, cement, copper. So we do start with some things, but we are going to run out of it if we don't keep up on this. I think this is going to be where wood is. Yes, we have iron, concrete, and wood. And then we'll also do the same thing here. It'll be iron, concrete, and wood. So once you build this stuff, this is where you will store it. Cool? I think it's pretty neat. Now, let's see the timings on this. So we have 2 coal, and that does 20 seconds. So 2 of these coal will handle this. So once I build this, we'll actually need more coal, which is convenient because I'm just going to add them right next to it and hook them up. I think the trucks can get close enough to get this stuff. They're obviously close enough to deliver it, so and pick it up right now. So we should be all right there. And this unit storage here should be where wood is too. So now the trucks have lots of places to deliver wood. I'm actually gonna maybe encourage them to keep this a little bit full. Prioritize having some wood right here, right? Okay. Excavator is all done. This is beautiful. So what we're going to want to do now is we're going to want to come over here and we're going to want to assign the excavator to this mining control tower. And then it is going to go ahead and start trying to mine. And we want it to... Oh, we need a dumping spot. Yeah, we need a dumping spot. So we're going to select the product to be dumped here. Let's get a dumping designation. Where do we want to dump this stuff? Like, do we just dump it out here in the open? Is there a problem with doing that? If I just do it like right here? I don't know if that's such a bad deal at the moment. And then if I just expand the area to include the dumping zone, that's weird. I don't like that. Hang on. If I just do the area to include the dumping zone as well. There. Maybe that'll work. And then what can be dumped here? Dirt, rock, slag, and slag crushed. Okay, so dirt being dumped here is kind of meh, but whatever. Let's add. We need a place to store the iron ore, right? So I think we're gonna need more storage, and we could probably set up storage like right over here for iron. So let's say, maybe we put this right here. That's facing the wrong way. Put it like right here. I don't know. I haven't really done much with mining yet, so this is a little new to me too. So let's go ahead and assign 1 truck to this too. And so when the excavator gets there and it starts trying to dig and trying to gather this resource, it will then incorporate the dump truck into its workflow, and then the truck will move it where it needs to go. And I think this will just be a place. Oh, we can't. Hang on. This doesn't work. Hang on. Oh, okay. We can't actually do that. Okay, this isn't the right building. Let's cancel this. It looks like we're going to need one of the tanks, which we don't have those tanks yet. I need to get... I think it's this. It says fluid storage, so that can't be it. I think there's a storage tank that lets you, store like rocks and stuff. It's got to be. Loose storage is probably what it is. Okay. So we'll get this stuff. We'll queue that up, and then we'll queue that up. But for the time being, because we're going to be mining iron, at least I think we are. I hope we are. You're getting iron ore. Good. So now that we're getting iron ore, this can deliver it where we're going to use it. And so I think I have enough construction parts now to go ahead and unpause this. Nope, that's operation. This is construction. Let's have this stuff unpaused. And what we're going to do is we're going to have this one here is going to stop using the scrap as the template. We're almost out of it anyway. Maybe I just keep going using the scrap. But we're going to stop using the scrap with this template, and we're going to instead use the iron ore as the template here. Okay, so the trucks over this truck over here can now deliver it over here, which is going to be nice. I'm wondering if I can just have him dump, like if I could just have him dump the iron ore out on the ground. Maybe not. We'll see. Once this is built, we'll see if he delivers it here right away. We have 19 unity left. And I kind of don't, we're not making any, right? Because we're researching a lot. We're not really making any unity yet. And I only have 14 workers. So it's kind of like, this is going to take 8 of them. Another 2, another 2. So we're about to occupy almost all workers here. Yeah. So in order to expand any more beyond this, we're going to need to get more people. And to do that, we're going to need the beacon, which I believe is the next thing on the list. Yeah, number 2. If you're ever curious how it's queued up, this is the one we're doing now. And that's the next one in line. So the beacon is next after this, and I think that is a great idea. The blast furnace needs a transport to output molten iron. Oh, I didn't do that yet. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And we're going to just bring it out this way. No, I thought I was going to. Yeah, right here. And hook it up. There we go. And then also this one out this way and hook it up. There we go. And then we'll say that's a priority right now. Although, what's the point of prioritizing it if it's not? Yeah, this is getting built right now, right? Yeah. So that one doesn't need to be prioritized, but this one does, because this one's ready to go, right? And then eventually, pretty soon here, we're going to start needing to worry about electricity, because some of the stuff like maintenance, for example, we're going to want to start doing maintenance buildings, and that's this one right here. This is going to take power. And so in order to have this power, we have to start, you know, we're going to need electricity. So I'm looking for, and I don't actually know where it is, right here, diesel generator. The diesel generator most likely will be making oil over here. So I need to have the generator kind of over in this area, right? Let's see. Actually, do we have the means to start doing oil right now? Or is that not yet? I don't think it's yet. I have fuel, but I can't make my own yet. Let's set up the power. I don't know. Let's set up the power maybe right here. And we'll say that the generator, we'll put a generator like right here. I don't know exactly where we're going to set up this stuff, but like the one generator sitting right over here will provide enough power. It's 150 kilowatts of power for this. And that's going to give us enough to power a maintenance facility at least. So we'll have this. Where is it? Right. Maintenance here. So for the maintenance facility, I'm thinking probably we can put that right over here. Although we might want a third one of these. I can put it right in between these. Yeah, let's just put it right between these. That's fine. We'll have a maintenance facility right here. That'll sort of act in between all these and take care of maintaining our equipment so it doesn't break down. Or what it's going to do is it's going to create this. This is like a unit, maintenance, right? It's going to generate maintenance. Green manure will dry out due to lack of water. Oh no. Dude, delayed by 8 months? Are you kidding me? We need rain. We need rain. Come on, rain. Oh no, it says can last 8 months without water, but it's been delayed by 8 months already, so I guess since it hasn't started yet, well, who cares? There you go. See? No problem. I think what I'll do is actually stagger these. So I'm going to have green go here, then potatoes, and then green here, and then we'll add potatoes here. And that way, this one, they'll be on alternating cycles. So while this one's doing green, this one will be doing food, and then vice versa. And that way I can keep them active and have food pop all the time while still maintaining soil fertility. All right, concrete production's done, and so is power and maintenance. So now the beacon's going to begin to produce. And when we come back for the next video, the beacon should be done. This generator is done. And you can see that it's running. It's got fuel. There you go. I almost want to turn let me know how you think about the balance. There's music playing right now, of course, and I'm gonna kind of turn the music down a little bit because I really want the effects, the ambient sounds and stuff. I really want you to hear the game because it's a really nice, I like what they've done with it. So I'm just gonna turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, just leave this. I think it's got some cool stuff happening. Okay, I like the sounds. All right, so now we don't have enough workers. We have one worker short, and that's just the way it is, man. It's because of the maintenance worker. They're gonna need 6 of them to work here too. It may not actually be because of that. It could be something else. All right, you. Both of these are currently using the metal, right? I'm gonna switch this to iron ore. And when I do that, the truck that's handling iron is gonna then come over and deliver it and then go right back to mining, right? So you're gonna get it up in the truck and bring it over and deliver it. Now this is dirt. I didn't want dirt. I want dirt. We shouldn't be doing dirt. Cannot deliver dirt. No valid destination. You can dump it here. Why don't you just dump it out? Dirt. No, I want you to dump dirt. I wonder how I can get this to dump out. There doesn't seem to be a button here that says dump resource, right? I can scrap the whole truck, but that seems really wasteful. Also, it looks like our excavator here is out of fuel and is gonna have to run all the way over here to get some more. That's pretty gross. Might have to think about that. I'm not sure where we can dump the dirt. Again, that doesn't seem to be a way to like stop this, you know, like it doesn't seem to be a way for me to tell it no. And for some reason the excavator is getting dirt from here. Kind of wish I could maybe tell that not to happen too, but that's not the case. So I think we'll just have to take mining destinations and kind of go like this so that he doesn't get the dirt that's here instead of the copper. And yeah, and then I can also maybe take and go like that and like that and maybe all on the back like this. Invalid position. Okay. Apparently that's all invalid. Okay, so that's fine. So I can just mark other areas that are clearly copper. And yeah, so this is where it says we're one worker short. I feel like we're definitely more short than one. So the beacon is going to be very important, and we are going to do that for the next video. So I'm going to let this run a little bit. Switch this back to potatoes now. So these are going to alternate on a different schedule than these ones are. We've got most of this stuff set up pretty good. I don't know about this whole dirt thing. Maybe the dump truck will start getting other resources now, or it will sit here and say, look, I don't have a truck that can handle the dirt. Well, that sucks. What if I unassign you? Truck cannot deliver dirt. So wait, now what happens if, do I just add like a dumping destination like right here and say that dirt goes here? Like, how does this even work? What can be dumped here? Dirt. Yeah, dirt. Weird. I'm not sure how that works because now the whole thing is stalled now because of that. So I'll have to look into that. That's weird. Thank you for watching, everybody, though. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys will like the video and subscribe and all that stuff. It really does help the channel when you guys comment down below and everything. So if you like what you see and you want me to keep playing, show that support for the video. Actually, before I end this video, because I know people are going to tell me, I figured out the problem with the dumping zones. So apparently the dumping zones, they'll dump this stuff up to this elevation. So they actually want you to ramp up, I guess. So we'll be ramping up here, and then they'll fill in the dumping zone up to this point, which is kind of cool actually, because you see this is plus 10 right here. And I can actually dump a lot of the dirt and slag or all that other crap. I can just go ahead and dump it here and potentially just make that ramp right now with this stuff. So what I can do, I guess, is keep going with this, and then decide to maybe go. I was hoping to, hang on, where is the? There it is. So I was hoping to kind of maybe come up to 10 like this, right? And then I can also go into F really quick, and then, you know, just sort of There it is. And then I'm on this ramp. Yeah, I could just kind of ramp up there, you know? I'm kind of thinking, actually, that this would be a great way to access that top part, right? So that's what I've got now. So I figured it out. The truck with the dirt is going to go and dump it over here, and that's how that's how we're going to solve this problem. It's kind of nice, right? So anyway, I figured it out. I just wanted to let people know that I did, and I don't need 2 trucks to be on this anymore, so I can reduce one of these trucks. And yeah, so iron all set up, ready to rock. All we need now is the beacon, and we are actually ready to rock on that too, because that's done now. So I will introduce you to the beacon and all that stuff in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye.